What's up, you guys? Trevor here. Stock trading, day trading, investing. How do I do it? Where do I start? I'm going to show you all of these and how to do them. I'm going to show you some basic stock market patterns that you can easily spot, how to find hidden stocks that you might not have heard about before, and give you my own stock trading presets that I use whenever I trade stocks. But first, I'm going to have to ask you to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. First off, let's talk about finding the right stock trading software. Now, I won't bore you with all the intricacies of every stock trading platform out there. So real quick, I'll show you a few of the most popular ones and the one that I use. So for the first one, we have Fidelity. They're considered a pretty good overall company, meaning they're not the best at any one thing, but they're pretty good at pretty much everything. They have a trading platform called Active Trader Pro, which works similar to all the other trading programs on this list. They don't charge fees when you take a trade, which helps out people that aren't trading with much money. And they don't have very many fees when it comes to having any account issues that you might have. Alright, next on the list is E-Trade. They have excellent tools for doing research and lots of study tools. These are technical studies, which can help you see what's going on in the stock market, as well as give you an idea of how well a stock is doing. E-Trade also offers free trading. Oh boy. Oh man. So you won't get charged if you take a trade. And now we have my favorite software, the software that I use, TD Ameritrade. They have a program called ThinkOrSwim. This is the best software for day trading, in my opinion, and offers lots of tools you can use to make finding the right stock easy. And just like all the other options I've listed, they don't charge for taking a trade. So it's great if you're just getting started. So for the rest of the video, I'll be using TD Ameritrade's ThinkOrSwim software. Most of the stuff that I'm gonna show you still applies to the other trading programs, but it might look slightly different. Now, before we start, my lawyer told me to tell you that this is what I do, and these are my opinions. I'm not a professional. This is entertainment, not advice. So now, I'm gonna start up ThinkOrSwim and show you a few things, but not on this thing. Now, I know this might seem a little overwhelming to some people, but in reality, it's pretty simple. The first thing I'm going to show you is what a good stock is and what a bad stock is. Okay, so notice how in this first stock, everything looks like it's trending down. And if you zoom out, you can see how over the past year or so, it's been going in a downward direction. This is called, surprise, surprise, a downward trending pattern. Now, you really want to avoid these downward trending pattern stocks, because if you put your money in them, they go down, meaning you lose money. Like I said earlier, this stuff is very simple. It's pretty simple. By the way, these aren't picked for any real reason other than they make a good example. Now, the next stock we're going to look at is this one. This stock doesn't seem to be going down. Good observation. And you might think, that's good, I should buy this one. No. Just because a stock isn't going down doesn't mean it's good. You see, it's not a bad stock, but it's not a good stock either. And yes, you could buy when it gets low and sell when it gets high, but it's not a very good stock to leave your money in, as it could break this pattern at any time and head in either direction. Really, there's about a 50-50 chance of it going up or down, so it's not all that safe. It's not bad, but it's not safe. This pattern is called consolidation. And you don't normally want your money in a stock that's consolidating, because you never know what direction it's gonna go. It's best to stick with stocks that look like this next one. This one is a good stock. It looks like it's trending upwards, and that means if you put money into it, the money will go, no, not downwards, up. It'll go up. If a stock is trending upwards, it's considered a good stock, and you should consider trading it, or at least saving it for later. Now, you still want to try and buy when it goes down and sell when it goes up, but you should make sure that it's an upward trending stock. This means that the lows are getting higher and the highs are getting even higher. Everything should be going up. Now, something you need to watch out for is called Resistance. A resistance is a spot that the stock tends to stop at. So, if you see a stock stop at the same price point over and over and over again, then you've probably found a resistance. Same thing with support. If you see that a stock goes down and hits the same price point over and over and over again, this is probably a support, meaning that it'll have a hard time breaking past this point and going down even further. Speaking of support, you can support me by smashing that like button. It really helps out. Now, all of these rules aren't set in stone. They can be broken at almost any time due to news or any other reason. But overall, it's a good way to tell whether or not a stock is worth buying. Now, the next thing you need to know are the different types of investing. Yes, there are other ways you can do it too, but we won't get into the details in this video. There are loads of different types of investing, but I'm only going to go over some of the most popular ones. Now, the first one is called technical investing. Basically, technical investing is when you look at the numbers and trend of a stock. Kind of like I showed you earlier. It's when you draw out support and resistance lines, looking only at the trend, price, and how much it moves. The other type of investing is called fundamental investing. What this is taking into consideration news about the company. So, looking into business financial records, overall health of the company, and how they're comparing against competitors. And most of the time, you're keeping the stock for a year or longer. This is basically the same type of investing that Warren Buffett does. Oh wait, that's not how you pronounce it, is it? Warren Buffett. In case you don't know who he is one of the richest people in the world entirely due to investing. He actually started investing when he was only 11 years old and just never really stopped. Now he's nearly 90 years old and worth $72 billion. Anyway, technical trading is what's normally used when day trading. Day trading is when you buy a stock and sell the stock in the same day. What you're looking at doing is making sure you buy the lows and sell the highs. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. You just need to make sure you cut your losses before they get too big for what you're comfortable with, and to make sure you lock in your profits if the trade turns out to be good. The other type of trading is called swing trading. Swing trading is when you hold a stock longer than a day, but shorter than a year. When you swing trade, you can really do it by either technical investing or fundamental investing. For example, buying Tesla stock the day before a big announcement would be swing trading using fundamentals, because you're going off of news and holding longer than a day. But be careful when doing this, because you have to figure out beforehand how the market is going to react over the next day or coming weeks. Kind of like the time I bought Tesla stock the day before they announced the Cybertruck.
Sure? Yeah. Oh my god. Try that one, really? Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that didn't go so well. Alright, now I'm going to get into how you can make your ThinkOrSwim look like mine, because when you first open it, it doesn't look anything like this. Now, I could go into detail about each little thing, but I'll save that for another video. Instead, I'll show you how you can download my preset and use it for yourself. All you have to do is click the link in the description. It'll take you to a website where you have to click View in ThinkOrSwim. Then, press all the OKs that pop up, and you have all the same settings as me. Also, if you ever get lost in the sea of tabs that you don't know, the one you normally want is called charts. Next, I'm going to show you where you can find new stocks. Yes, you could just trade companies that you know of, but then you'd be missing out on a lot of great up-and-coming companies. The way to find these stocks is called scanning.
Scanning. Manipulate scientific data.
So, you want to go to the tab that says Scan, and then you want to make sure you have it on Scan Hacker.
Take over blast control.
From here, you want to click on Sort by Ask Price. You don't want the ask price to be too big, but you don't want it to be too small either.
That's what she said.
So, I would set the minimum to something like $5, with no max, unless you want a maximum. Basically, what this is doing is going through the entire stock market looking for stocks that are trading at $5 or above. Next, you want to select volume. This basically tells you how many people are trading the stock. I recommend setting it to a volume of at least 10,000 or more, because if the volume's too low, you might have a hard time selling your stock. After that, you'll want to try out percentage change. This will show you all the stocks that are moving quite a bit. This is very important because you want to see stocks that are moving, not sitting still. So go ahead and set the minimum to 0%. Finally, go ahead and hit scan.
Scanning.
Now you get to see all the stocks that meet your requirements. Also, if you're finding that there are too many stocks to choose from, go ahead and get picky. Bump up the percentage change or the volume. Once you've got it down to a few dozen stocks, go ahead and hit the little plus button and create a watch list. Now, in order to make sure this works, you need to call it smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Otherwise, it probably won't work. Alright, now go back to the scan section and select your watch list. Now, if you go back to charts, you'll be able to see your watch list and look through every one of your stocks that you picked to see what's good and what's not. Also, make sure this little number and color match up so that you can look through them easier. Next, I'm going to show you how you can get rich quick or go broke quick. Anyway, we're talking about trading penny stocks. Trading penny stocks
is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
A lot of people will tell you that trading penny stocks can get you a lot of money fast. But in reality, there's no such thing as getting rich quick. Penny stocks are very dangerous, especially for new traders.
6 cents a share? Come on. Who buys this crap?
Well, I mean, honestly, mostly schmucks.
Sometimes these stocks can gain 100% or double your money in just one day.
Your profit on a mere $6,000 investment would be upwards of $60,000.
But more often than not, if you don't know exactly what you're doing, you'll just end up losing money instead. That's why I suggest only trading stocks worth at least $5 per share. Doing this can protect you against the super crazy stocks that move too fast for most people, causing them to lose a lot of money very quickly. So, if you stick with stocks that are generally priced above $5, you're more likely to find stocks that move at a pace you can manage. Now, some people think you need a lot of money to start trading stocks, and that's not true. Now, don't get me wrong, it definitely helps, but it's not a requirement. If you're getting started trading with just a few $100s, you'll be able to learn and grow that money into much more over time. Now, if you're starting off trading with less than $25,000, you'll be under a rule called the PDT rule, also known as the pattern day trading rule. In other words, you're only allowed 3 trades every week. Now, the rules are a little bit more complex than that, and so I'll leave a link to the exact rules in the description. But don't let 3 trades per week stop you. You might not be able to start day trading right away, but you can swing trade using the same principles. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment, even if it's something random, in the comment section below. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you enjoy these types of videos, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.